Hello. Today I'm going to go over the anatomy of the heart using this little model right here. And we're going to try to identify all the structures that we were doing on our diagrams. Okay, so starting first, let's figure out which is the left side and which is the right side. So if I'm holding it up to me, like where it would actually go, this is my right hand, and that makes this the right side of the heart, and then this is the left side of the heart. So that means this must be the right atrium, and this is the right ventricle. And over here we have left atrium and left ventricle. And then we can tell what some of our arteries are by looking, but I think I'll open it up and then we'll do more. So when we open it up, we get confirmation about our left and right sides because this is the right side right here. The ventricle is much smaller. Over here compared to the left ventricle, it's thicker because it has to pump blood to the rest of the body. So let's start up here with the vena cava, and this would be the ascending vena cava coming down from the head, and then that like little thing right here is going to be the descending vena cava, and they both dump into the right atrium. So you can see both of their holes in here. So right now we are in the right atrium. So vena cava into the right atrium, then the blood is going to flow through this valve. This is the tricuspid valve. There's the chordae tendineae anchoring it down and into the right ventricle. Yeah, it's really small. The ventricle is. There's a nice view of, oh, so I'm pointing on the wrong side. There's a nice view of atrium, tricuspid valve, and ventricle. I think you know what I mean. And then coming out of the ventricle, it's actually going to get pumped up right here through the pulmonic valve and into the pulmonary artery. So can you kind of see how the ventricle is connected to the pulmonary artery? And then the pulmonary artery, so I have my finger on the pulmonary artery, and then if we turn it around, we can see how it actually branches into two different sides right here. So pulmonary artery, this is the left pulmonary artery going to the left lung, and then you can't see it, but like right here would be the right pulmonary artery going over to the right lungs. It goes to the lungs, it gets oxygenated, and then it comes back via the pulmonary veins, which are on the back right here. They're red because they're now carrying the oxygenated blood, and they dump into the left atrium. I want you to see all four holes of the pulmonary veins. There's two. Hey, there's the other two. We got it. Good. So the blood is in the... This is really hard to do it backwards, you guys. There we go. Okay. The blood is in the left atrium, and then it's going through the mitral valve, and again, this has chordae tendineae, and down here into the left ventricle. Then the blood gets pumped up through the aorta. So where my finger is right there, there we go. There's the aortic valve, and then out through the aorta to the rest of the body. And then it's going to come back from the vena cava, and then we're right back into the right atrium, tricuspid valve, right ventricle, up through the pulmonic valve, into the pulmonary artery, to the lungs, comes back from the lungs through the pulmonary veins, dumps into our left atrium, through the mitral valve, into the left ventricle, and then up through the, right there, aortic valve, into the aorta, and out to the rest of the body. And it continues over and over again.